Today, I'm talking about the importance of stabilizing the position after the takedown and also the reverse, meaning reversing the position after you get taken down. Coming up. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, where we help coaches, fighters, and enthusiasts reach their full MMA potential. And today we're talking about the importance of stabilizing the position after you take someone down, and also if you get taken down, reversing that same position. I will be using a few examples from my fights and sparrings, and just today I've sparred my student and maybe my oldest friend. We've known each other since we were 5 years old, and we're both 42 now. So he has started training with me like 5.5 years ago, and he has progressed a lot. And today we have been wrestling, and I'm going to comment on a few situations that happened and hopefully show you the importance of stabilizing the position and also reversing the position too. Now, why would you stabilize the position? Well, it's self-evident. You need to stabilize the position in order for the takedown to count for something. In BJJ, points are given only if you stabilize the position. If you take someone down and he stands back up without you gaining like a side control on them, or a mount or back mount, or even stabilizing the position in guard, you don't get anything. In MMA, it's self-evident. If you are of a wrestling background or a grappling background and you want your opponent on the ground, you need to stop him from getting back up when you take him down. So that's usually how takedowns work. But there are some problems. People tend to get up, and especially in judo, with people from a judo background, judo guys tend to over-rotate to ensure ippon, meaning 10 points or the highest score in judo, which wins you the fight. And that means when you throw your opponent flat on his back. And this is a bad habit that I had to eradicate, but it's not always possible to perform with 100% certainty that I'm going to not over-rotate. It happened to me today, and you're going to see it. And I'm also going to show you some footage from my fights. Here is Veljko and me wrestling, and we're jostling for position. And now he will soon go for the single leg takedown, right about now. And now I'm holding my overhook and balancing so he doesn't catch me, but he managed to almost get my hips, and now we have a scramble going on. We will see this in slow motion as well. I was able to get the top position, and we will see how that happened. So he's going for the single leg. I have the overhook and I'm balancing, jumping around so he doesn't sweep me. He will switch over to my body and get the body lock on me. Then I tried to do Uchimata defensively, but he's too heavy and he's falling down on me. And now I'm reversing him. I'm using my leg and my arm to sweep him over, and then we're jostling for the top position, and I was able to get the top position this time. So this is very important, this detail. I'm using the leg to elevate him and my hand on his hip to throw him away from me and then get the top position. Now, similar thing happens. I fail with my Haraigoshi. I tried to bridge over, but he's the one getting the top position this time. I tried to go for a headlock, but it doesn't work. Let's see it in slow motion again. I'm trying to get my grips, and I wanted the overhook, and now I'm trying Haraigoshi, but my leg fails. I guess he's defending well with his hips. We fall down, and I try to bridge him over, but he's reacting very well and gets on top of me. Now his head is available, and I try to headlock him and turn him over, but he's wisely turning to his side, so that fails. I give up. If my back wasn't fried, I would have kept on going. I would kept on fighting for position. That wouldn't have been the end of it, or at least I would have tried to improve position. But unfortunately, I think I have 4 for sure herniated discs, 2 in my neck and 2 in my lower back, and today probably even more, or they have gone worse. The situation is now worse in my lower back, so I have some issues, and that's why I don't do as many shooting takedowns, and I don't do when somebody sprawls on top of me. I don't try to get away from that situation too much. I do sometimes, but if my back don't feel good, I just give up in that position. It's better to have some kind of training than no kind of training at all. But before, and I'll show you this example, when I was competing in wrestling and in MMA and in judo, for sure I was gonna do something about that situation. And in this example, I got snapped down and he's rolling me over, but I'm not giving up. And I'm actually going for the double leg, even though he has a headlock. I sometimes even lifted people up in the air from this position, but with this opponent, I was able to do the double leg from my knees and take his back. So I didn't give up. And now we have another situation. I'm shooting for the double leg because I'm losing this match. It's the finals of the Serbian Freestyle Wrestling Championships. And my opponent has sprawled on my double leg. And this time I'm not gonna double leg him, I couldn't, but I'm gonna sit out. So this is another solution that you can do from this position, but that's not the point today. The point is that you must do something when you find yourself in an inferior position. Back then, I could have done something about it because my back was still usable. I had, even then I had herniated discs, but I think my muscles were much stronger and much more toned. They could have taken more stress. But today I'm not going so hard. Here's another situation with Veljko. I have this grip, underhook and a head hook. I try Uchimata, but it fails because he rolls me over. Good job. Now, what happened here? I'm going for the underhook. I connect it with my head hook. I go for Ken Uchimata. That means skipping Uchimata. I get the takedown, but he rolls me over by pushing me on my hip and on my throat. Let's see that again. So he uses my power, my momentum to roll me over and get on top. I did try to post with my right hand like here, but the momentum was too great and my post wasn't in the right place, so he was able to get on top. Here's a situation from my last MMA fight. I have an overhook and I'm doing exactly the same technique as before, Ken Uchimata, but I cannot stabilize the position. My opponent was able to get up and I couldn't do it. Here I do the outside trip and I take him down, and this time I'm able to stabilize the position well and eventually pass to side control. And in this situation, my opponent has a better position. He has double underhooks and I have double overhooks connected, which I will use to do haregoshi and stabilize the position by using a very strong overhook, by doing a crossroad, which serves to stop him from getting up, and now I work on getting my underhook. Now I have a stable position. And here's a slow motion of haregoshi, after which I was able to stabilize the position. Here's another takedown, this time osotogari, and I fall right into side control. And this is what I really like about a lot of judo throws. They put you in a great position afterwards, if you don't over-rotate, that is. The problem with double legs and single legs is that you don't usually end up in side control, but either in guard or half guard, sometimes yes in side control, but with these judo throws, if you do them correctly, you end up in side control, which is great. Although in vast majority of cases you want to stabilize the position after the takedown. There are some cases where you don't want to do that. For example, when you perform a defensive takedown. What does that mean? Well, perhaps you are fighting a wrestler or a BJJ guy with whom you don't want to be down on the ground. But there is an opportunity for you to take him down, maybe as a defense to some of his takedowns. You take him down, but you stay on your feet where you can continue fighting and possibly dominate him in striking. In that case, you don't want to be stabilizing the position. And I might do a video in the future about takedown defense and what are the levels of takedown defense, including sprawling, moving away from the opponent, or reversing the takedown, sweeping the guy while the takedown is in effect, standing back up, and so on. If you'd like me to make this kind of a video, let me know in the comments below. This type of sparring that you've seen me do with Veljko, where we not just try to take each other down, but also stabilize the position or escape the position, improve the position somehow, is very important for MMA training, and I call this embedding a transitional rule to your sparrings. It can be done in many different sparrings as well, and I talk about it in detail in my new MMA Mastery course. You can find it in the description or up in the cards. What's your experience with takedowns? Are you able to reverse them if you get taken down by someone? And how good are you at stabilizing the position after you take someone down? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, like it and share it, and you can also subscribe to my channel. And if you like a more in-depth MMA training, check out my instructionals. My name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, and I will see you again very soon.